cause I'm about to lose it. I don't give a computers disputing. I go off a field, no heads, just shooting. I die for my team, I'm the coach, I'm recruiting. I'm spending my time and I'm saving the day. I feel like a mutant, I'm built like a student. I'm feeling bilingual cause I'm in Nigeria, rocking the Cubans. My life is a highlight reel that I keep on looping. You can't just tell me, you gotta prove it. Stealing they first name is looping. I'm hitting harder than Ayuk, and they sending shots but some high just juking. Hitting my...
On the shores of Lake Erie here in the city of rock and roll. Our coverage of the NFL brings us to Huntington Bank Field. Neither team got the start to the season that they wanted. Let's see who can right the ship as week 2 gets underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. The first carry here for the rookie from the U. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Sending the tight end in motion left. 2nd and 8. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Football on that 47-yard line. First down. Here's a give up the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here's 2nd and 11. Throw left side, complete. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Lamar off the play fake. Connects with Bateman. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
There's absolutely nothing he could do in that situation, Kate. Defense broke through so quickly, they had him dead to rights soon after he got the ball in his hands.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. From the gun, Jackson. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Greg Newsome has it.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. He gets 6 on that play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. They're set up at the 35 now. They send him left out of the slot. Back to pass on 1st and 10. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Finds his man over the middle. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front had to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he gets them what he can, but still pretty deep in their own territory starting out. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Ravens will take over with a lot of field ahead of them. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Back to the well again. And he's brought down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, but did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Lamar now from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And that one's going to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They'll have 2nd and 7 to deal with. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Complete beyond the marker. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Play action. Here's Jackson. Gets this to Bateman. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Another carry for him. He still has room inside the 30. And he has this all the way down to the 23. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll run it from... Oh, he loses the football. And they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He completes it in traffic. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He loses the football. And that goes out through the end zone. So a costly turnover, a would-be touchdown. Going to be a touchback instead. Ball coming out to the 20.
Let's go. Smash, smash.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. We get a pause here. They call for a stoppage as we see Jerry Jeudy injured on the play. Worrying sight given his history, but hopefully it's nothing major. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 23. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
It's now 3rd down.
Ready. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Now looking to throw. Taking a shot. Deep down the field it goes. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Browns are lined up to punt. Got 49 on his first punt. This one looks even longer. That's fielded at the 46. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Cleveland. It's the Ravens taking over on offense. Play action now with Jackson. He puts some juice on a deep throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Martin Emerson with the pick. And the Browns take possession of the football.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. Trying again, following the sack. Throwing the out route complete. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory.
You know, with some of these tight ends today, you could put 2 guys, heck, put 3 guys on them, and they still find a way to make those catches. With how they move at their size, they really are the ultimate matchup advantage.
That's into the hands of Moore. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. So that brings up 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. Cut by some late points and the lead. Cam Little to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. First down throw for Jackson. Bateman hauls it in. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Throwing now on first down. It's Jackson. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. Working inside the red zone. Buys time, rolling right. And that one's picked off in the end zone, but no, incomplete, folks. He wasn't able to stay in bounds. That throw doesn't lead to 6, and it sets up second down. Jackson's gonna throw again. Short pass brought in. And this is down all the way to the 3. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try to field goal right now. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Lamar throwing again. Forced out to his right. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Looking for the back that time. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
One final shot before halftime. Chased out to his right. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens cut it to just a point before halftime. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Who knows when the deciding moment will come. We're underway in the second half of a deadlocked game. Return starts at the 3. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. So the penalty on the return doesn't do them any favors, Brock. A lot more field ahead of them here starting out. They go play action on first. That's incomplete left side.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
To the air, 3rd and long. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey.
Such a huge point of emphasis for so many defenses, clogging up the middle of the field. They saw that receiver enter the middle and did a terrific job of baiting the quarterback into the throw, and an even better job of forcing the interception.
And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st and 10. Here's Jackson. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they're going to bring him down after he drives it down to the 7. A strong 9-yard effort there, Brock, and it brings up 3rd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Ravens call it on Justin Tucker for the field goal. This 32 yards out on the right hash. Tucker's kick is up and good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give him the lead.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
He puts some air under this one, deep right. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Escapes the pocket. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That play good enough for a 1st. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. They'll cobble together a yard there. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Well, we changed it.
Lamar off the play fake. Connects with Bateman. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Lamar now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens parlay the interception into points. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens make it a 10-point ball game. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
At the 60.
It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Hawk 70. Go!
From the 32. Caught, nice gain left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
I know they may have wanted to throw that pass a little bit sooner, but I'll tell you what, that receiver's ability to navigate his way across the entire field really set up the space he needed to complete the huge gain.
Able to get it to Moore. A gain of 27 yards there. And that gives the Browns a first.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
And he has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He put everything he had into this one. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. So second down coming up. The give now out of the shotgun. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. 5-man in the secondary for the Browns. Third down coming. Here's Jackson to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. So we're through. They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Handoff now out of the gun. And he runs this up close to midfield at about the 48. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have second and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Second down now, 7 to go. They give it to him again. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Bateman, the motion man left. First down, here's Lamar. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught.
Don't worry.
8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this second down. From the 24. They did it! He made the interception! Grant Delpit in to pick it up. And the Browns have some new life in the fourth.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the third interception, man, he is killing his team.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I...
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Drawn starts with an option, right side. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
And he gets this down to the 13-yard line.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
So third down becomes much tougher for him as 3rd and 1 becomes 3rd and a much more difficult 6. The penalty makes this a 3rd and 6. Back to throw it. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens make it a 10-point ball game.
Browns 14. Justin Tucker, the kickoff for Baltimore.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. Good looking return here, and he's got room. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
Hits him on the out route. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. Now Jackson on 3rd down. That one's caught along the left sideline. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from...
And he gets in, touchdown! The Ravens can put this out of reach as they make it a 16